it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Lance now on first down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Lance now on first down. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers. Trent Sherfield, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On play action, Lance. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Shotgun now for Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run here with Mostert. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled. At the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Gregory. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Gregory. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gregory. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for Carolina.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And now they'll throw with Lance. His throw caught right around the 6. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early. And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll run it right side with Cannon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 68 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off play action. Gregory. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And he'll just get rid of it. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Oh, he shifts past him. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Lance looking to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Play action, now it's Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Gregory. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Gregory. Flush to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st and 10, Gregory going for it all. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again. Gregory. Again, he targets more. This one is complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field. It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Gregory. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Eric Armstead able to get him for a loss of about 3. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a decent gain on the ground. Call it 6, but it still leaves him with a ways to go on 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Play fake. Lance. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Throwing after the interception. Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On 2nd down, Mostert. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Here's Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Sly on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Panthers 31. Joey Sly sets the kickoff.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, Gregory. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gregory. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Marshall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Once again, it's Mostert. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mostert. 1st down and a little extra for Mostert. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They give to Cannon, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
pass will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 44. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach, because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a give to Mostert running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. High throw, but the catch is made. And he is going to have a Niners first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Lance. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Carolina, their playoff hopes take